I'm gonna share with you 4 businesses that anyone can actually go ahead and start them, including you who is watching this exact video. And guess what? These businesses, you can either do them online or you can just do them physically. And by the way, they usually have a very low cost to no cost. So what you need to do is sit back and relax, pick that one fit for you, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna explain exactly how do you get started and what exactly does it entail in that given business. All right. And by the way, before I even start giving you those tips, do you know that I always post a video each and every day giving you new tips, new ideas, how to make money, be it either online, be it either conventional way, saving your money, investments, and all those kind of things. If you feel that is a cup of your coffee, and I believe it should be, then call this place home and subscribe. How do you do that? Just below there on your right, there is a very small button written subscribe. It is in black. Hit that magical button, and then after that, like this video and turn that notification bell. And by only doing that, you'll be notified whenever I upload a new good video. And it's free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. So enough with all that. Let's get into this business. All right. Number one, it's called Linker Services. Yeah, that name may sound a little bit of new to you, but let me just explain what it means by being a linker services or linker a service a provider. Now ask yourself this: right now as we talk, right now as you're watching this video, there is somebody somewhere who needs to do some things like graphic design, web designing, all those kind of things, you know. But the question is this: can you be able to do them? No, you cannot. Why? Because you don't have the skills. Now this is where you come in. You know the person who really needs those skills, and you know the person who can do those skills. And let me tell you one thing: if there is a business that is very lucrative, it is this one, because you find or you converge different writers, you converge different people who, by the way, if you've ever been in online writing, this is what we used to do. Personally, I never used to have an account before when I was starting, but later I had. So what we used to do is that we were given jobs by people who had an account. These guys were never even writers. They didn't even know how to write. But what they did, they used to have an account with some of the websites like of the Upwork and what have you. Some of them they used to have what you call the direct clients. So what they used to do is that they get jobs from them. They subcontract us to do the job. They offer we offer that services. They give back that job. They get paid. They pay us. Very simple. But now it came to be a vice versa. They get paid first, a little bit of it like a deposit. They don't pay us. We do the jobs, and then they only pay us whenever we finish the job. So the point is this: now one thing that you're supposed to understand is that a lot of services needs to be done right now, likes of the data entry, likes of those video editing, likes of the photoshopping, likes of the graphic design, web designing, and all those website designing, blogging, and all those kind of things. What we call the social media maintenance and all those kind of things. So all these services are needs to be done, but you may know people who do them, and again you may know people who require these services, and therefore your job is to link them. When I say to link them, it's not like you tell them, hey, this one can do it, and then you connect them. No, if you do that, you're out of business. What you do is that you sit in between. You tell those who need the services, yes, you can be able to do them and you can deliver. All right, now once you get that job, you now deliver to the person who you know that have that skill or have those skills, and then after that you deliver that job. And by the way, I can attest, I can give 3, 4, 5 people who actually do this, and they're making a kill out of that specific engagement. So it's an area that you're supposed to think of. And how do you market yourself? This is now where it comes in. Do you have your internet? Do you have a smartphone? You don't have to have a computer, but if you do, it's an added advantage. All what you need to do is advertise those services. And how do you do exactly that? There is a very important website called LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a place that you can go there, put your services out there, tell people. Of course, you have to be vibrant. You see, most of the young guys, whenever I tell them you can do something online, they tend to associate it with laziness. They tend to associate it with scamming and all those kind of things. And when you think, when I say you can work online, you think it's a simple thing. It's just a thing that you sit there and click some buttons and then you download money. That is not the case. It means you be dedicating yourself to that and actually advertising that business, doing it out there. Those, LinkedIn is a place where you meet serious people, business career, business people, engagement people who are actually career oriented and all those kind of things. So it's a place where you can be able to advertise your businesses, advertise your skills, advertise your services, and you can actually make something out of it. All right, we go to the business number 2. You can do what you call the personal concierge, all right, or commonly known as a personal assistant. But this one is a bit different from a personal assistant. That's why I avoided the name. It's called the personal concierge. All right, what do you do in exactly this? Now, there is something that you know that happens each and every day, even right now, although right now it's not happening, one of them. Yeah, there's something called renewal of DL. People are renewing driving licenses in Kenya. All those services, they can only get those services from the cyber. Can you imagine that? Okay, there are something to do like filing of returns. All right, so right now they're not open, but sooner they usually open the filing of returns. Others are called things to do with likes of the e-citizen registration of companies, things to do with passports and all those kind of things. These are the services that we have this stereotype that they can only get those services from a cyber. How about you run a virtual cyber where people can actually meet you from there? They can actually surrender those documents. You can be able to fill their returns. You can be able to renew their driving licenses. You can be able to do all those kind of things, because let's not be ignorant where we are heading, and actually where we are right now, things are going virtual. Things are going into the air, into the cloud, right? If you may like it. So the point is this: if you can offer those services online, because there's somebody who's seated in an office somewhere, they have a very tight schedule. They would love to open an account. They would love to fill, register for a passport. They would love to fill their returns, but they do not know how. And again, they do not have time to do exactly that. Or maybe this common mamamboga and what have you. You can decide to move around. You can tell them, or you can be able to reach them, whichever the places you can be able to do so, and then advertise your services. Tell them, this is what I can do at the comfort of your whatever. I can just go there, fill all those returns. I can bring all those documentations to you to prove that I've actually filled your returns. I can go to the online website. I can open your passport, whatever registrations, or what have you, book your point in a Huduma center. All those procedures, because they usually happen each and every day. So this is an area that you can go ahead, pick it up, and do something about it and make money at the end of the day. Remember this: before you even engage in anything, remember this, that money is always a reward given after solving someone's problem. So if you're thinking of getting money, then think of problems that you can solve. If you solve a million problems, then at the end of the day you get a million bob. That is exactly how it goes. So first of all, don't be selfish. Think of you solving someone's problem, and then think of money coming to you later. Has never changed. That's the formula. Has been there, will be there, and it is there. All right. Now, the point number 3 is that you can be a home tutor. For God's sake, there is something that you know that others do not. And if they do, then you know it better than they do. All right. What does it mean? Say you are a stay-at-home mom. All right, you have your kids. You've actually brought up 3 kids successfully. That means you're a good mother. That means that you actually understand things to do with kids. There are people who are first-timer mothers. They do not know some things. All right, you can actually open an account somewhere. You can be talking to them. Tell the young mothers, hey, you know what? Whenever a kid presents this kind of behaviors and signs, this is what it says. Whenever you see a kid does this and this and the other, this is what it. You don't have to be a doctor. These are social things. These are things that you can be able to observe. These are things that you can actually borrow all those experiences based on your own experience, based on your own things that you have seen in life. If you see, this is the best time to wash a kid. This is how you do it. This is how. Maybe let's say you have teenagers at home. Okay, you've successfully be able to tame them. You can talk to people who are actually having teenagers for their first time. You tell them, hey, you know what? This is how you handle teenagers. This is how teenagers behave. This is how you do them. This is how, all those kind of things. You really don't have to go to school to actually. By the way, let me tell you one thing. If there's somewhere I don't like is schooling, by the way. It's a place that they just feed you theories and all those kind of things. But if you can relate something, with an experience, something that you've actually done yourself, then that would be an amazing thing. All right. Let's say you're out there, you consider yourself as a successful father. When I say a successful father, does not necessarily mean money. It means like you can provide, you can protect, you can do all those kind of things. All right. You can sit down and talk to young guys who are getting married, or who just got married, or who just became young fathers. You can talk to them. You can tell them, hey, you know what? This is how someone feels confused. This is how sometimes life turns to be. This is exactly what you can be able to do in life, and all those kind of things. Because let me tell you one thing, right now where we are living in, where people are complaining about the toughness of economies, then that means people are actually facing a lot of problems. By the way, I came to realize that people are suffering from mental problems, but they think that they are not. They think that they are okay, but in the real sense that people are suffering. So if you can just be able to offer those services, tell them what they can do, then at the end of the day, you can actually monetize those skills or those services, and you can be able to make money out of it. The point is this: if you open that channel today, talk to people about that specific thing. Don't try to monetize it as early as you can, immediately. What you do, just feed them with realities, feed them with facts, feed them with what we call the values, and then after that, now you can start scrolling down, or rather in terms of rolling down a package that actually fits your clients, and a package that can actually help them. That is exactly how you do, and that's exactly how you make money. May sound as if it's not may sound as if it's a complicated process, but you'll be shocked whenever you realize it's not as complicated as you thought. All right, so let's get into the next one. All right, so the last one but not the least is about travel planner. We're about to go into the this frantic mood of holidays, holidaying, and all those kind of things. And what people do not have is that they usually don't have a very good plan on how they can actually use their money, plan their money, where they can go there, and all those kind of things. If you're gifted into doing that, then you can actually give those plugs where people can actually book somewhere they can stay. You can try to talk to them and tell them, hey, you know what, you have a family of three, 50,000, 20,000, 10,000, 15,000 is actually enough for you to visit this place, because you can do this and this and this and this and the other, and I would suggest you do this, and all those kind of things. For God's sake, there is something that you know about that traveling issue. If you love adventure and all those kind of things, maybe in your CV you've written that you love adventure. How about you loving adventure, make money out of it? Because this life that you're living in, this country of ours, Kenya, we do not have resources. We don't mine anything like, we can say, like a gold, oil, or something of sort. Services really takes us to the par. It takes us to the point whereby we are a country that actually run on services, and we have to be a little bit creative. And this is a country that, let me tell you one thing, if there's something that has penetrated quite in a substantive way, it is the internet. You have an access of internet. That's why you're watching this video. Take advantage of that, because that's where we are living, and that's where we are heading. So don't let yourself left behind. Do something about it, and that at the end of the day, that's what's gonna help you in achieving the greatness and that business that I've always been admiring to get it. Guess what? That's the end of my video, and that is exactly 4 businesses that anyone can do. Those are businesses that you can actually either do them online, you can do them physically or manually, should I call it, and then at the end of the day, you can earn something out of it. All right, so anyway guys, if you're out there, I'm just looking forward into getting a conversation with me concerning financial consultations and what have you, be it either my booklets about investments, then you can grab my number from the description of this specific video. Give me a call or text me on WhatsApp, you get your copy, and we can get started. For now, it's a goodbye, but don't forget to make sure that you subscribe, follow me for more, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.